Hello learners, welcome back to our channel and Shubham this side from Padega Tabhi to Badega India. And today we are going to solve a question paper, and this question paper belongs from I think 2018, and these questions are from CT 2018 December, and we are going to discuss paper 1 and we'll do English pedagogy. So I have tried to do 30 questions today. We'll solve and we'll learn something. So let's do it. And please, if you're watching the video, then watch till the end. After watching till the end, if you decide or if you think you learned something from the video, then please like it, share it, so that other person can also learn something. So we are supposed to start now. So firstly we'll do stanza part. So after that we'll do further questions. So here's the direction. The direction is question number 91 to 96. Read the extract given below and we have to opt the correct or most appropriate option. Fine. So let's do it. How soon has time the subtle thief of youth stolen on his wing my 3 and 20th year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom fit. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth that I to manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear that some more timely happy spirits adult. Yet be it less or more, or soon or slow, it shall be still in strict measure even. To that same lot, however mean or high, towards which time leads me, and the will of heaven. So firstly, if we are doing any comprehension part or paragraph part, then we should learn it. If we are reading, then read it thoroughly, because you are giving your more than 5 minutes to it, and after reading thoroughly, you can give answer, or you have to give the answer from the repeated questions. Like there is the first question, and the question is the poet presents time as a or n. It's we have to decide what is will be a or n. So there are four options. The first option is enemy, second one is spirit, third one is friend, and fourth one is thief. All right. So let's see once. So the author has given the name thief of youth. So the poet presents time as n, not n, as a thief. So the answer would be D. So I think first one is clear to all of you. Coming on the second one, the question number 2. The poet regrets that he has not attended inner maturity. All right. Second, his teachers are not happy with his progress. Third one is his academic progress has been very slow. And D, he is not popular with his peers. All right. So we can also see, because all answer would be from the from the paragraph only. So this is the poem. We can check here. My hasting days fly on with full career. So the correct answer would be A, because the poet regrets that he has not attended inner maturity. So the right answer would be A. So moving for further one, the poet invites his friends because they, all right, there are four options. We have to opt the correct one. So the first option is have achieved name and fame. The second one is popular with their friends. And the third one is are blessed with Robert health, and D is have attained inward ripeness. So the correct answer would be D. The poet invites his friends because they have attained inward ripeness, and he is still see. He has not attained inner maturity, but his friends are already they have achieved it. So the correct answer would be D. All right. So the next one is the inner maturity the poet longs for will come. The first one is with the help of peers, and the second one is with the help of teachers, and the third one is by the will of God, and the fourth one is through hard work. So in this poem, a poet has said for the sea, by the will of God. So the correct answer would be by the will of God. Okay, the poet is dash about his future. So we have to opt the correct option. The poet is there are four options. So the first one is pessimistic, and the second one is unconcerned, third one is cynical, and fourth one is optimistic. So we have to select the correct one. So we are doing the fifth question, and the correct answer would be optimistic. And now see the sixth question. The figure of speech used in lines A 1 and 2 is first one is personification, and second one is hyperbole, and the third one is an irony, and the fourth one is a smile. So we have to the correct one. I think we have done this question, and this is also very clear. So the correct answer would be A. Is the right answer. Personification. And I think I have attended this question in CTET 2019 July December. I have given the exam, and I think this question was over there. All right. So moving for the further questions. So let's discuss the instruction first. The instructions are we have to do the questions in comprehensive part from 97 to 111. All right. So answer the following questions by selecting the correct or most appropriate option. Let's do it. So the first one is which one of the following is the most important prerequisite prerequisite for language learning? So the first one is children's motivation to learn the language. Second one is list of aims and objectives of the language to be learned. The third one is providing a good textbook to children to learn the language, and the last one is using situational approach while teaching. So let's see the question once again. Which one of the following is the most important prerequisite for language learning? If someone is going to learn a language, it could be Hindi or English, but if we are talking about English, then we have to opt the answer. So children's motivation to learn the English. Yes, so this one is correct, because if a children is not ready to learn anything, then how can a teacher teach, or how can a parent force to teach? So the correct answer would be A. For the further one, a teacher asks students of class third to describe their best friend. She writes the students' responses on the blackboard. At last, she states that all these describing words on the blackboard are adjectives. This is look the options first. First one is immersion method. Second one is incidental method, and third one is inductive method, and fourth one is deductive method. So the correct answer would be inductive method. Yeah, this one is the correct answer. For the further one, the rise and fall of tone is, all right. Rise and fall of tone is intonation, and the second one is pronunciation, third one is stress, and fourth one is strain. Rise and fall of tone. If if a teacher is teaching in a classroom and his speaking modulation is totally high, so I don't think a student will listen him. They will get fear, or they will make a laugh on teacher. They can do such activities. So the voice modulation must be, it's mediocre. It's modulate, sometimes rise and sometimes fall. So the correct answer would be intonation. Yeah. So the correct answer is intonation. Moving for the next question. Which one of the following is the best, is the most important about storytelling? All right. So we have to tell which is the very important or very vital for storytelling. Let's see the options. After that, we'll give the answer. So the first one is it uh, broad it broadens their knowledge about various authors. Okay, and the second one is it enhances graded pattern and structure, and the third one is it promotes whole language approach, and the fourth one is it is an effective way of learning vocabulary. Okay, so the correct answer would be of 10th question is D. It is an effective way of learning vocabulary. Fine. And sometimes we can also see in a classroom, if in a primary classroom, if a teacher is telling any story, then they told to student, or they say to student to note down the some words which are new for them, and after the after finishing the story, they can ask these questions to teacher. These Then teacher gives them the correct answers. It means if any student wants to learn new words and they have written the words, and teacher will tell them the correct meaning. So this is very important, not for the students only, not for the primary class student. All type of student can do this. All right. So moving for the further one, and the next question, it means 11th question of today. Dictation does not help learners to. First option is increase their concentration, and the second one is improve their reading skill, and third one is improve their spelling, and fourth one is enhance their listening comprehension. So see, what is the question? Dictation does not help. So here's the not. So we have to select the correct one. Okay. First, increase their concentration. No. Improve their reading skill. Dictation does not help learners to improve their reading skills, because they dictate only. So this one is the correct answer. D would be the correct answer. Now see the next one. And the next one is an English teacher, after completing a chapter from the textbook, asks questions based on the text to maintain class discipline. And second one is keep students busy as the chapter is complete. And third one is attract students' attention. And fourth one is know their comprehension. This is a very vital question. So the correct answer would be know their comprehension, how much they learned from the chapter. So the correct answer would be D. Shreya, a teacher of class 4th, asked the learners to complete the dialogue in the given boxes, then and and then to role play the same using their dialogue she is developing. So we'll recap the question once again. Shreya, a teacher of class 4th, asked the learners to complete the dialogue in the given boxes, and then to role play the same using their dialogues she is developing. What she is developing? Let's see the options. The first option is speaking and writing skills. Okay, and the second one is all listening, writing, reading, and speaking skills. As we all know, there are only 4 types of skills: That's called LSRW, listening, speaking, reading and writing. The 4R skills. And the third option is listening and speaking skills. Okay, and the fourth one is reading and writing skills. So the correct answer would be B, because she is developing all skills. Students are listening and they are writing, they are also reading and they are speaking. So the correct answer would be B. Now coming on the next question. So the next question is, which one of the following cannot be used in formative assessment? Alright, as we all know, there are two types of assessment. The first one is formative and the second one is summative. So we have to tell which of the following cannot be used in formative assessment. So the first one is debate, and second one is Olympiad, and third one is retelling stories, and fourth one is role play. So we can't take it Olympiad because this could be a particular subject, and we can't take it. We can't take it Olympiad in in the formative assessments. All right. Look for the next question. Teaching learning material, it means TLM, should be used by teachers as it. The first option is not very expensive, okay, and the second one is motivates learner to further prepare such materials at home. No, supplements teaching learning process. All right, and the D, it prepares students mentally to sit in the class. Yeah, sometimes it does, but the correct answer would be supplements teaching learning process, because it prepares students not only mentally, physically as well. They listen the teachers, and they listen and they take active part in the learning. So the correct answer would be C. Next question would be, while learning English as a second language, okay, first option is the mother tongue should not be used by learners. All right, there is no role of mother tongue in learning. And the third one is, the use of mother tongue will facilitate learning. And D is, the use of mother tongue will create indifference. All right, so the correct answer would be, the use of mother tongue will facilitate learning. This is the reason. Okay, let's see the next question. The process of assessment in English, the process of assessment in language of class should be conducted. The first option is during the teaching learning process, and the second one is for assessing the textual exercise at the end of the chapter, and the third one is to know the level of students in the class, and the fourth one is to know the efficiency of teachers in teaching. The correct answer of 17th question would be A, during the teaching learning process. The process of assessment in language of class should be conducted. The process of assessment of language during the teaching learning process. Obviously, a teacher can, if a teacher is teaching if a teacher is teaching any story to the students, the teacher can ask some questions related to story during the session or after the session, or she or he can also do PK testing, previous knowledge testing. It could be before. So during the teaching learning process, it could be done. The process of assessment of language could be done. And see for the next question. As per the NCF National Curriculum Framework 2005, multilingualism in learning a language should be seen as a, first option is challenge for students to learn many languages, challenge for teachers to manage such classes, third one is hindrance in teaching learning English, and fourth one is resource in teaching learning English. Sorry. So the correct answer would be D. This is a resource in teaching learning English. Alright. Next for the further one, the most important factor which is responsible for the differentiate between language learning and language acquisition. So the options are language environment, second one is grammar of language, and third one is assessment in language, and fourth one is textbook of language. See the question once again, the most important factor which is responsible for the differentiate between language learning and language acquisition is obviously textbook, because the if a student is speaking English outside the class, then he will speak in a different way, and if he is doing study from textbook, then the language would be little bit different. So the correct answer would be D. Next question, which one of the following is an essential characteristic of a good textbook in English? First one is the minimum number of textual exercises should be given to practice at the end of the lesson. Okay, the next one is every lesson should have a proper introduction at the beginning and a conclusion at the end. Very good. And the third one is it should be based on the guiding principle of curriculum and syllabus. And D is no difficult words should be given in the textbook at primary level. Then how students will learn. So the correct answer would be B. Which one of the following is an essential characteristics of a good textbook in English? Every lesson should have a proper introduction and conclusion at the end. So the right answer would be B. So the next question is the maximum participation of student is possible while teaching English by the teacher using authentic tasks through structural approach, and the second one is communicative approach, and the third one is grammar translation method, and fourth one is direct method. So the maximum participation, it means much of a student is possible while teaching English by the teacher using authentic task through communicative approach. So the correct answer would be D. Okay, so we are moving for the further task. Look for the direction ones. Question number 112 to 128 means there are total 9 questions. Read the passage given below and answer the questions that follow by selecting the correct most appropriate option. So here we go for the passage. So the passage is as I kept strict watch over my way of living, I could see that it was necessary to economize. I therefore decided to reduce my expenses by half. My account showed numerous items spent on fares. Again, my living with a family meant the payment of a regular weekly bill. It also included the courtesy of occasionally taking a member of the just a moment. Okay, member of the family out to dinner, and likewise attending parties with them. All this involved heavy items for a conveyance, especially as if the friend was a lady. Custom required that the man should pay the expenses. अच्छा जी ऐसे. Also, dining out meant extra cost as no deduction could be made from the regular weekly bill for meals not taken. It seemed to me that all these items could be saved, so I decided to take rooms on my own account instead of living any longer in a family, and also to move from place to place according to the work. I had to thus gain experience. At the same time, the rooms were so selected as to enable me to reach the place of business on foot in half an hour, and so save fares. Before this, I had always taken some kind of conveyance whenever I went anywhere, and had to find extra time for walks. The new arrangement combined walks and economy, as it meant a saving of fares, and gave me walks of 8 or 10 miles a day. It was mainly this habit of long walks that kept me uh, practically free from illness throughout my stay in England, and gave me a fairly strong body. Thus, I rented a suite of rooms, on one for a sitting room and another for a bedroom. This was the second stage. The third was yet to come. Okay, so that was all about passes. So now we have to correct. We have to select the correct option and we have to give the answer. So here we go for the same. We will go for the first question. So the question number 22, or first question of the passage, is: the author could reduce his expenses by half by. Options are having only one meal a day, all right, and the second one is renting rooms close to his office, and third one is traveling in a bus, and fourth one is cooking his own meals. So the right answer would be renting rooms close to his office, because it will save his time and money as well. The second question is that does constituted a major part of the author's expenses. The first one is meal, second one is fares, third one is dining out, and the fourth one is entertainment. Obviously, we have listened more and more about fares. So the expenses, so the major part of expenses of authors is fares. Correct answer would be B. The next question: the author's choice of his new residence enabled him to, first one is be close to his friends, and second one is work longer and harder, and third one is save money on fares, and the D is keep things under control. So the right answer of this question would be save money on fares. Look for the next question. Sorry, this question paper belongs from CETA 2016. Fab. Just have a look on it. What gave the next question is: what gave the author a fairly strong body? All right. So have a look on it. The first one is yogic exercise, which he was not doing. Self discipline, yeah, he was doing, but it can't give a strong body. And the third one is nourishing food. It could be, but the right answer would be long walks. Look for the further one. The next question is the steps taken by the author to reduce his expenses show that he was. The first option is frugal, and second one is always short of money, no, and the third one is saving money for emergencies, all right, and the D one D is measurely. So the right answer of 16th would be C, saving money for emergencies, because he was using a lot of money for fares, so he wanted to save money for the emergency. So the right answer would be C. Look for the further question. The word numerous most nearly means numerous, and most nearly means, first one is enormous, and second one is many, and uh, third one is goodness, and fourth one is politeness. Numerous means more than two or more than three, four. So the right answer would be obviously B, many. Now look for the next question. The word which is opposite in meaning to Courtesy is, the first option is aggression, second one is vulgarity, and third one is immodesty, and fourth one is rudeness. So the right answer would be rudeness. The word which is opposite to meaning of courtesy, dayaluta, rudeness. Rudeness is the correct answer. Look for the next question. Which part of speech is the underlined word in sentence given below? Alright. I decided to reduce my expenses by half. So this is a preposition or adjective or adverb or noun. By, so we'll have a look on it. It's a preposition or an adjective or an adverb or noun. So the right answer would be preposition. This is a preposition. Look for the last question but not least. The new arrangement combined works and economy. The voice in the above sentence has been correctly changed in. The first option is the new arrangement had combined works and economy, and the second one is works and economy are combined in the new arrangement, and the third one is works and economy were combined in the new arrangement. Works and economy were combined in the new arrangement. Okay, and the last one is works and economy have been combined by the new arrangement. No, so the right answer would be C. This is the right answer, guys. We have done 30 questions today. I hope you like the session, and if you like, then please note down all the questions because it could be very vital for you. And I'm sorry I told you this question is from CTET 2018, but this is from CTET 2016. But it could be very important for you, and I hope you like the video. And if you like, then please like it and share it if you can. And one more thing which I want to say to you guys, if you are new on our channel, then please follow us on Instagram, and our name is Padega India with us over there. And if you want, follow us over Telegram, where we share our PDF or MS Word. So you can follow us Padega Tabhi To Badega India World. And if you are new, then please subscribe us, and like, share is your responsibility. And thanks a lot. We'll meet in a new video. Have a good day.